So Walking Calamity is our first pick here. I don't know that I can actually build a deck that'll actually play the Walking Calamity in draft, but I mean, I pretty much have to take it. This is huge splash in the last tournament. I mean, it's a good money card, I think, to have. People are playing between 3 and 4 of it, so that's definitely our pick here. There's probably better picks here that are more playable. Let's see. Actually, there's... yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure which one. Well, I guess the Etherlize may be a better pick here. The Grove Whisper is pretty good too, but hey, Walking Calamity, right? Walking Calamity. Let's go for the Calamity Dream. So we're going to try to build something that's going to be able to ramp up. So we want Ruby and Wild Elves that can ramp up into this Walking Calamity. If we can get a Titania's, well, that would be amazing. But you know, that I'm not holding my breath on that one. Although I think it is rare, it's not legendary, so there's some chance. There's at least a chance that we could get Titania's. But yes, alright, so Ruby and Wild. So I did kind of think about how I wanted to kind of get into Wild anyway. So the Lyricist is really good, but Skewer is probably better for us. We'll probably see another Lyricist pretty soon, I think. The other one, the rare one, is the one we really want. The one that for every elf you have. But Skewer seems pretty good. We can pick that up here, and that's pretty playable. Live Lyricist would help us along. Red Fur Ranger is, it's okay. It's not the best. Hatchery, Rotcast, yeah. So let's just push for this Skewer. Hopefully the Live Lyricist will just table, and we'll be able to see it come back around to us. It's organized by cost here. And yeah, we'll see what we can do. Looks like my Neuron Ball team is cleaning up. We got a score of 7-5 right now. Looks like they may actually finish this out pretty strong, although there's 2 minutes left in the quarter. Over there as they're playing their hearts out, their little machine hearts out. Go guys, go, go. Alright, so here we go. Pack 3. So we've got Ashwood Soloist is really good for ramping, and the Earth Caller is okay, but I'm not a huge fan of it. Staggering Blast is really good too for clearing out trash, but I think I want this Soloist here to try to ramp up. We need some big drops too, some big 5 drops also to make it you know, make sense that we have all this ramp. So maybe I do get the Earth Caller, but I feel like that's not as good a drop. Probably the Staggering Blast is the best pickup here, honestly. It can clear the board for us. It only deals opponents damage. Yeah, it only deals damage to our opponents, so it'll kill all of their X1s, so that seems pretty good. So we'll get the Staggering Blast there. I wanted the Lyricist, but you know, maybe we'll see him come back around. I mean, we only have one card to ramp up into, so far our deck is removal and a ridiculous huge body. Swordplay is okay. Volley of Arrows is okay. Skyguard said, this guy has owned me more times in this format. It's so silly. He's actually pretty good. Attacking troop. So I think we're actually going to go with the Rootwood Enchanter. He's an elf, which is nice. That helps us out when we're looking for elves. Swordplay. Target troop gets +4 attack. That's pretty good because they keep it. We don't have a lot of Swift Strikers, so I think I'm going to go with the Enchanter here. I do like Swordplay though. That's also a really good one. Yeah, Rootwood Enchanter should be pretty good for us. Yeah, I've had this guy really his face roll me if my opponent plays him. Nature's Resolve, hard troop you control. Can't be interrupted. That's more of a reserves card for constructed. Vine Lash is decent tech against flyers. Sylvian Duet may be a necessary evil for this deck, just so we have some more ramp. War Dancer gets +2/+2. So you can give it +2/+2 if you can get up to 7. And it has Crush. I mean, that's pretty good too. But I think we need the ramp here, so we're going to have to take this necessary evil. I'm not a big fan of Sylvian Sylvan Duet, but it gets us 2 resources, so in the following turn we'll see if that's going to work out for us. Looks like my game's over, so I'll go ahead and clear the chat. Alright, next we've got another Ashwood Soloist. This time we're going to pick him up. I'm feeling it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what we're picking up. Yeah, we're picking up this Ashwood Soloist. That's an easy pick. It's actually really good because, like, even if you need the resource badly enough, you can attack into a bad block and you still get the resource and you can play something in your second main phase. So if I really need to play like this Rootwood Enchanter and I'm sitting at like 4 resources, then I can attack with the Ashwood Soloist, still get the resource, and, you know, be able to play the Enchanter. I'm just giving up my little 1/1 body. Not that big of a deal in a lot of situations. We may need some more 5-drops though for this deck to really work. Another Sylvan Duet is okay. Gossamer's Tears doesn't really do too much. Rites is probably our pickup here. It's going to buff all of our little dorks, so that seems pretty good. So we'll pick that up here. We could pick up another Sylvan Duet, but I'd rather pick up most of my resource type cards. I want it to be in that 1, 2, 3 range. Speaking of which, we have no 2-drops yet, so hopefully we can pick up something decent in that 2-point range. Because if not, we'll be running like 18 resources to get this deck off the ground, and chances are pretty good we'll just get aggroed through and lose that way. Sandstone Rumbler is pretty reasonably good. Another Sylvan Duet. Nobody likes this card. That just shows you nobody really likes this card. Volley of Arrows. For every troop you control, it's not the best. So let's go with the nice body here with the Sandstone Rumbler. Could probably give him the one where he can't be blocked except for by Ruby troops, or we could socket him with something else. Let's see, what kind of major sockets could I throw on him? The thing is, he's got a really weak back end, so he's easy to block. Like, it's a lot better to just, it feels a lot better to just throw that minor gem on him. We do need to get some tricks, some wild tricks as well. Let's see. I know tricks are for kids, right? Revert to another target troop. That seems pretty reasonably good, so let's go ahead and get that. It's a nice main deck card that it's a okay body, but for the cost, and then it's got that special ability to revert troops, so when our opponent has that crazy death mask combo on the board, we can revert the troop that he throws the unblockable on, which seems pretty nice. It's pretty nice. I got a target. Okay, that's, I guess I can get that guy. It gives me some crush. It's a 2-point drop. It's a 2/2 for 2. I mean, okay, that's mostly what it is. It happens to make the next thing, give the next thing crush. I mean, I guess that's okay. This guy already, my Calamity already has crush, of course. Let's see. This guy's actually, I like this guy for removal. I don't really feel like I need another one of those guys. And that guy's a solid elf warrior, but I don't really need a lot of elves yet. I haven't got any like things that are elf specific. So Starling Ambusher seems pretty good. So, you know, our opponent attacks in, we can throw this guy out there and then block him and trade. So he becomes like a kind of like a, on our opponent's attack, it becomes like a Ruby kind of a lightning bolt type of card. Swordplay comes back. We don't have a lot of Swift Strikers, but I think I'm going to pick it up anyways. I mean, so we could throw like Swordplay on Sandstone Rumbler and like have evasion, and that seems really good. Vine Lash is more of a reserves card. I don't especially like to main deck cards where it may not see a lot of play, because I'm not even sure how much flyers are even seeing play in this format right now. I'm pretty new to this draft format. Gossamer's Tears is okay. No one's going to play that Star Touch Brave anyways. And then another Gossamer's Tears. Okay. I mean, I guess I could try playing it, but it seems pretty bad. Destroy target artifact. Constant. Heart of the Wrathwood looks like it's right up our alley. +1/+1 in all zones for each permanent resource you have. When it dies, create a seed pot. Yeah, I think we'll go with this guy. It seems like another nice card to ramp up into. We're kind of trying to play some sort of a ramp deck to ramp up into this guy. So yeah, sure, I'll go Heart of the Wrathwood. It's another legendary too, so we got double legendaries on our wild cards that we can like ramp up into. That's always nice to have. Just flipping my team around a little bit here as I wait for this next pick to come up. Still waiting for the next pick. I don't want to miss it though either, because like sometimes there's issues when I flip back and forth. Let's see here. I need to do this anyways. I'm on my midfielder and a striker. Still waiting on that next pick. Defender, goalkeeper, and I need a kicker, and they're ready to go. Sweet. Oh, Wrathwood Larch is such a high pick for me. Right to the Tranquil Dream, we already got one of those. Storm Drummer's okay. Lunge doesn't do much for us. I mean, it's pretty good. It gives us that Swift Strike, so if we had that plus the Swordplay, it's good. But Wrathwood Larch is just so good as a ramp card, and then it doubles as a late game card that we can use as a body. It's a solid 4/6 body. It's pretty good. So that's yeah. Every time I see one of these for a ramp deck, I mean that's kind of like the pick. Especially the best part about him is like I don't even need to have wild in play in order to get him to work. So if you guys want to watch my next Neuron Ball match while we're doing these picks, there you go. While this is going on, I can play 2 games at once. 2 games at once. 2 games at once. 2 games, 1 guy. Skewer seems like the pick here, just off the top there. We've got a Dryad already. Snarl Brute's pretty good. It's got the Spell Shield, which is nice. I don't know that, like, I've got enough fatties here where like I feel pretty comfortable with 5 fatties in there. Skewer seems like the better pickup here, so we're gonna pick up the Skewer. You know, the removal is kind of a big deal. It's kind of interesting to see that that's our 3rd pick that didn't get picked up earlier. It's probably one of the better pieces of removal that you have available to you in Ruby. So that tells me like 3 people down aren't in Ruby, or there was like a rare card that in Ruby that was just ridiculous. But that's like the 2nd Skewer I've seen. So to my left and right, Ruby seems to be pretty open with Skewer. You know, picking up Skewer that easily from both direction. So at least Ruby seems to be pretty open. Wild somewhat, I guess. Another Snarling Brute or another Ashwood Soloist. Probably go Soloist here. I feel like I need to fill in that range a little bit more. I like the Snarling. I like the Snarling Ambusher again as removal, but it also is double wilds, which kind of hurts. So yeah, we're gonna get that Soloist, so we can we're trying to get that trying to get the ramp there, and the Ashwood Soloist will help us do that. Play some of these expensive cards. We've got a lot of double threshold. I'm trying to see if we get it mostly in Ruby. I think we've got it mostly in Ruby, not so much in Wild. So that also may be a little bit clunky. We've got a triple threshold on the Heart of the Wrathwood. So yeah, the thresholds may be a little bit hard for this deck. We may be splitting even on it. The Larch is going to help us hopefully get to the 3rd threshold on the Wrathwood, Heart of the Wrathwood at least, hopefully. Merry Minstrel seems like a pretty solid card, but we could also get Smashed to the Ground. We are ramping. Smashed to the Ground is an uncommon. I really hate giving up this Merry Minstrels, as it's another ramp card for us, and it's really easy to play with the single threshold, but chances are pretty good I'm going to see another one. I think Smash to the Ground is our pickup here. It's just an amazing like game-ending card, especially if we have a ton of resources, which is what we should have with this deck. It's quick action speed. We can use it during combat as a trick. We need double wild threshold to play it though, but seems pretty good. It only gives them the +X this turn. We also had no wild tricks on the attack, so I'd like our opponent to at least think we have some wild tricks that we can use. Some tricksy hobbitses tricks. Looks like my Neuron Ball team needs to catch up. They're down by a point here. Oh, no, never. Now they're down by 2 points. Okay, another skewer. Wow, Ruby is so open right now. That's like 5 or 6 people that's made it through. When this enters play, I gain 4 health. It's really good, and it's a solid body. I want this guy, but the skewer removal just is screaming out to me, "Take me! I'm removal, and you have bombs for days." So let's go with the skewer. I am removal. You must take me. It'd be amazing if we could get the elf resource where it's wild and ruby, but you know that's a rare card as well. Chances are pretty good we won't see that card. I'm sure people are looking to complete their play sets of that because you have to play 4 of it when you play elves. So that may be a little bit harder to come by. Even if people aren't in elves, they'll probably pick it up. Duelist is okay. Vine Lash is okay. We already have 1 Vine Lash, and I feel like that's enough. We can ready a troop and give it lethal, which is pretty cool. I think I'm going to go with the Duelist, though, because like this guy plus sword play seem like a pretty good combo to have. You know, if you happen to put sword play on the Duelist, now it's a 6/1 with Swift Strike. You know, it's easy to deal with as far as removal is concerned, but we've taken most of the skewers, and the we missed 1 Staggering Blast, I think. So we know that there's a lot of the Ruby removal that would be dealing with that guy is basically gone. There is Diamond removal. It's like if its power's 4 or more, that deals with him. Fire Indignation is probably our pickup here. Nibble and Skirmisher is good. I feel like most of the time on turn 1, though, I want to play a soloist. So I think I'm going to pick up more removal. Plus, we're going to have a lot of 5+ troops, so this should deal with a lot of problematic situations. We could have also picked up another Duelist, but our deck is more ramped than it is like trying to play Duelist and aggro, you know. Plus, this guy doesn't defend for us at all. He basically trades on every defense because he doesn't have Swift Strike unless he's attacking, so we may not even end up playing this Duelist, honestly. There's another Duelist. Return to the Soil is probably the best pickup here. Destroy Artifact or Constant, draw a card. A really nice card to have in your reserves. The Duelist is okay, like I said, but it doesn't really defend for us, so we're gonna pick that up. Return to the Soil is really good. Drawing cards, destroying constants and things. And artifacts. Looks like I managed to tie my game on my Neuron Ball team. Now they're all out of batteries. Sure, I'll pick up another Return to the Soil. I mean, this guy's okay, but I don't think he's really what I want to do with this deck, so I'm going to pick up the Return to the Soil. We got 1 more pack to go to fill in the rest of the deck. I mean, we've got 20 cards that are pretty solid. Some of these cards are kind of iffy, like this Duelist, like we talked about, but I feel like we should be able to finish out strong. The Dynamo doesn't really do much for me, so it's basically like pick the biggest body. Maybe the Alkalite. I don't like the Alkalite combo, possibly. Draw a card. I mean, yeah, I think the Alkalite is actually the best counter draft here. We could pick up a Snarl Brute or a Sylvan Duet. I don't know that I want more than 1 Sylvan Duet in my deck, so I'm going to pick up a Snarl Brute. Seems reasonably good. I think it just overwrote my awesome thing there. He's still there, I'm sure, but he just kind of got overwrote somehow. Just take the biggest body, which is going to be the Sacred Seekers. Yeah, Sapphire. People aren't really playing the Sapphire. Another Sylvan Duet. I'll take it just because I may play it. And a Vamp Pegasus. So I may play the double Sylvan Duet just because I have whatever it is. Let's go cost. Shard. Cost. Yeah, it's not showing up. I don't know why the Snarl Brute just kind of overwrote my guy. I want to play Chark, but if you have any resource points, you have to spend all of your resources every turn with Chark, and I just don't see it happening. I see myself giving him up every turn. It seems really bad. Lunge, Healer. Probably Lunge, honestly. Lunge is decently good removal. Although I don't know, I have a lot of troops to throw it on. Or I could take this Demolisher, but There's no ramp here. Wow, not a lot of great choices. Maybe just take this healer. The healer seems like a solid pickup. Yeah, we'll pick up the healer. That's a pretty solid pickup. That if I play that guy, gain 4 health, it could put me back in the game, type of thing. That's a solid pickup, sure. If Chark's gonna work, it'll probably be in some sort of constructed deck. I like this guy for my ramp deck. Actually, I kind of like this guy better than everything on it that I have an option of picking up right now. So yeah, Scrapyard Megatron seems pretty awesome. Play him for 5. He blocks a lot of stuff because he'll trade and then he turns into a some dynamos and then a Scrapyard Bruiser. Oh, and you put all the dynamos into play if you had any, but when it's enters play, if you had any dynamos. So if I could pick up some of those, that might be pretty kind of cool. But other than that, I mean, makes a Scrapyard Bruiser, so like a 3/3 that makes a 2/2 that makes a 1/1. That's pretty cool. You know, for 5, that seems pretty well worth it because it's just hard to. It's gonna be hard for people to deal with. Hey, what's going on, Irish? Alright, so let's see. The Storm Drummer. Okay, this lets me battle with the next troop. Oh, but Larch. Yes! Another Larch. Oh, I love seeing this guy. Yeah, that's the easy. that's there's no choice there. This is the pickup for the ramp. That is the only choice. Larch is the only choice. I should probably turn on the music. Let's see. Settings. Audio. Let's turn up the music. It's a little bit too loud like that though. Maybe turn it down to there. That's probably better. Maybe I do, Rollator, but like most of the time I don't see myself using all the resources every turn. And then I give them up to my opponent and then they swing at me with him, right? That's how that works, right? And then like they give him up and then I get to swing back at them with him? Is that? Or does he have like whatever it is, sickness every turn? Summoning sickness or whatever. Merry Minstrels. Obvious pickup here. I hate giving up Flaring Passions because I know that that's just such a sick card for the deck that does a lot of reverting. Here comes Zachary. What's Zachary doing? No, Zachary, no! No! Zachary? Zachary, you can't have my stuff. It's behind my computer. You have your own toys. Of course, it's really warm in here. He's right here. He's behind my speakers. Sky Dancer is reasonably good for us. I feel like that's probably going to be our pickup here. The Rootwood Enchanter is also good, but this guy's more ramp for us that we kind of need. I already have one of these. He's really good. I know the Enchanter's really good, but I feel like I want this Sky Dancer because I do need to. I do have a thing. It's knocking down my toys. Those are for looking at, not for playing with.
Now, come here.
He knocked down one of my robots. He always goes for these guys. Hack and slash. My brother gave me these. Let's see. Another Ashwood Soloist seems okay. I'm not sure that I want another one. Probably this for the fixing, actually. Resource Optimizer. And this will ramp us. So that seems like the best pick here. I like Ashwood Soloist, but more times than not, I'm probably going to end up attacking him with it and it dying. And we've seen that this has a lot of double threshold and one triple threshold in the deck right now. And so we really need that, the ability to get to those other, to double threshold on both resources. And that's what that's going to do for us. Let's see, Merry Minstrels, probably Or this another Rootwood Enchanter. Maybe the Enchanter. Right, so I've already got one of those. I don't know that I'm even gonna play it.
Okay, stop it.
I think I'm okay. Oh no. I like this Enchanter. I've been owned by this card so much. It's like they play it and it just stabilizes everything. I think I want another Enchanter, maybe. Yeah, because I think I'd rather actually play that over Megatron. Even though Megatron, they fulfill the same slot, and I said that Megatron is pretty good for removal. The body on the Enchanter is better, so. But hey, got that. You know, it's a rare card I picked up, and he was mostly fit the deck. Probably don't want that. You probably just want to counter draft a big body here that is playable. That's not playable. This is mildly playable. Duskwing. We probably pick up the counter pick this flyer, so we have one less flyer to deal with. The rest of these are kind of eh. Just counter pick the flyer. I think that's the good pick there. Just counter pick that flyer. The other cards didn't really do anything for us. No! You're being silly right now, Zachary. You probably won't see any more picks for us for the rest of the thing. We could get another Return to Soil and be even more anti constants and artifacts. I don't know if there's an artifact deck out there right now for like dwarves or anything. I'm looking at the Root Forge Regalia. That guy's okay too, but I don't know. I guess just in case there's some sort of artifact deck that's out there, I can pick up Return to the Soil. I already have 2 Sylvan Duets. I don't want another one. Hepseed Dryad seems pretty good for the countering the whatever it is, Nightbane Ovo, or basically the reversion deck. Hepseed Dryad is kind of an important one to counter that. Psionic Alkali is probably not playable. Probably the Sacred Seekers is more playable. So I'll counter pick the body here. Yeah, I'll just counter pick the body. And Grand Giant's not going to see play. Another Return to Soil. I'm surprised people aren't picking that card up. I think I've got enough. 3 is enough. We're going to pick this guy up. Just that's a body we probably won't play. It doesn't really give us any defense. It's a Dynamo that I can pull out of the graveyard. So I'll pick up the biggest body here. Another Return to Soil. Man, people just don't like that card. Apparently, maybe just artifacts aren't a thing. I know constants, you hardly see constants in draft, but yeah. The Star Touch Brave. Okay, so we're obviously going to be playing the guy where we get everything. Hey, there's our Walking Calamity that disappeared for a time. So we're definitely playing Cressida here. Let's go and set up our shards. I wonder how many times I wonder if I'm gonna be able to Calamity somebody. Sky Dancer, all the skewer removal. Minstrels. At least one, probably 2 of those. Probably play both of those, yeah. The Ashwood Soloist. 1 Sylvan Duet for now. Heart of the Wrathwood seems pretty sick. We talked a lot about this guy, so definitely playing him. Maybe not playing the Snarl Brute. I'm not sure. This guy is removal on the attack, on my opponent's attack. The Snarling Ambusher is really good removal. Healer seems decent as a 5-drop. I mean, this deck is basically trying to play 5 drops is what's basically happening, and then if it happens to have the 10 resources, then it'll play like you know, the craziness that is Walking Calamity and just outright win. Firing Indignation is pretty good. This guy's pretty good. Okay, so now how do I gem this guy? I mean, what I'm looking at is throwing on Can't Be Blocked. I mean, that seems like the best thing that I can think of to throw on him. I mean, I could throw any of the Wild or Ruby cards. I guess I could throw this on him, and he would be a... What would he would be 6, 7. He would be a 7/4 if I throw this Wild Orb of Primordium on him. I could also throw Spell Shield on him, and that would also make the thing. But I think just making it so he's not blockable seems like the best way to go on him. So it's hard to block him. Play at least one Hempseed Dryad main deck, because I know that the prevalence of the Shift deck is pretty high. Whereas the Staggering Blast seems like a big deal here. Could also win a game outright. We're at 22 cards. I feel like 18 resources may be the optimal pick for this. We could also play Rites of the Tranquil Dream. It does help me search for this Walking Calamity, right? Revealed troops, revealed troop in your hand. Yeah, so I guess I want to play Rites to find that Walking Calamity. And that's my... Rites is basically like my ghetto version of... what's it called? It's like my ghetto version of Titania's Majesty. I think I'm okay with this. I don't think there's any other changes I would make to it necessarily. It's the curve is probably all over the place though. Let's see, we got the 3 1-drops, one 2-drop. We ended up with only 1 2-drop, so skewers are our 3 drops is like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3 drops, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 drops, and our 5 drops is 2, 3, 4, 5 drops, and then, you know, I don't, this guy's, actually this is our 2-drop card anyways, so actually we have 3 2-drops if we use the Wrathwood Larch there, and then of course the Walking Calamity is at the top of our range if the game goes that long to just finish things out. Plus it's just fun to play Calamity on people, so. Alright, sounds like Josh is screaming in the other room. Hope you guys can't hear that. Yeah, that's how it is with children. Let's see, so counting up the icons now to figure out what our thing is going to be. So we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 ruby, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So just like one more wild shard than ruby shard, because we do have a lot of fixing in ruby, and we do kind of want to drop these Ashwood Soloists on turn 1. That's kind of a big deal, so we can like turn 3 something, I think. Yeah, because that would give us 4 resources if we could actually swing in with it and play a 4-drop. You have a lot of double threshold. I would not be surprised if I'm just not able to play cards a lot of times with this deck, but you know, great risk, great reward, right? So let's pick out a cool sleeve, and then we're pretty much ready to go. Cool sleeve. I got the Jadim sleeve. It's pretty cool. Oh, I got the... everyone's been looking for this. I actually had a guy message me and offer me some money for this. So I guess we got to go with that, right? Just fresh back from Gen Con 2015. So we'll play with the Gen Con 2015 sleeve. I actually posted my draft this year, which is cool. Where I made it to the last round, and then I decided to split with my good friend Juggernaut, who's one of my viewers. The dream with this deck here. Calamity somebody's face. Calamity Jane. So if you guys are trying to play I'll play first. If you're trying to play my card, the All in the Family card, right now it's not working properly. Keep hand. So they're aware of it. But Yeah, it's not giving me the right... It's not giving people the right stuff. Especially GLHF. Okay, it sounds a little bit loud. Is it a little bit loud for people? Are the sounds a little bit loud? I can turn it down a little bit in my head. It sounds really loud all of a sudden. Okay, so we get to play Merry Minstrels next turn. I think I can hold on to Wrathwood Larch, and it doesn't really do too much for me, like by playing it. I think I'll have enough to play it eventually, so that's a decision, you know, to make here. Yeah, I can play Minstrels here, and then in the following turn I can play Enchanter, and that seems really good. Minstrels will give me a Wild Shard, as long as I have an Elf in hand, which I have 3. So we'll play Minstrels here. Yeah, Wild Shard, yep. And our opponent knows we have an Elf in hand now. And this next turn we get to play an Enchanter. And that seems really good. Plays a Frigid Buffalo, that's fun. So at this point the Merry Minstrels has already done their job, which is nice, so if we lose them, it's not a big deal. So actually, at this point, I think I want to play this Rumbler, because he seems like the way better play. So... let's see... Or I could play Skydancer and wait, and then play Wrathwood Larch next turn. Eventually I'm going to be able to play it. I don't think that that's a big deal. I think I'd rather just play the Sandstorm Rumbler, and that's like the most aggressive play I've got. So let's go with that. I mean, that seems like a pretty amazing aggressive play to have here, where he just is not going to be able to stop 6 damage, and now that puts him on a 4-turn clock. Puts him on a 4-turn clock, so I feel like that's the best play to make there. Gets at the end, turn, exhaust this, then create a spiraling egg, put it in your deck. Okay. So I still get to attack with it, right? Oh no, wait. At the start of each turn, exhaust this. Nah, that's annoying. I'll throw out my Enchanter here. So this is the eggs deck, I guess. So he's going to throw a bunch of eggs in my deck, and then if I draw them, then that's bad news for me. So maybe I should have held off on this guy, because having him do that to that guy is kind of a big deal. Although I do have one answer for it. I can revert it if I draw the reversion card, and that would be optimal here. There we go. Sweet. So we'll play the Dryad and revert that guy. Now he's in trouble. No more spiders, and now he'll unexhaust, and he won't be able to deal with that. No real reason to attack with the Enchanter. Actually, I could have attacked with the Enchanter because we double blocked. He would have just single blocked Psionic Alkalite, though. Okay, he's going to bury some of my cards. Really has to deal with this Sandstone Rumbler again now. Life Drain shifts the Life Drain. Okay, doesn't matter. You still can't stop this guy. Oops, Spider Egg. That. Swing in with our Sandstone Rumbler. So we definitely probably want another Hempseed Dryad in here, I think. Because we know you can do that to us. Cripple our guy. Alright, well at least we can get 2 damage a turn in. And we have a buff in here somewhere. So that definitely reduces our damage output, but could be worse.
Stop it, Joshua.
The Spiderling is unblockable. Now hits us with another Spiderling. We actually are 3 away from being in range of playing our whatever it's called guy. Ooh, that's not good. Well, we have a blocker for it, so it's not a problem. Can't stop these guys on these spiders on the ground. So that's 2 damage. So right now I'm ahead, but barely ahead. If he draws any more spiders, then I start falling behind. Shard. Go and swing through with our guy. We need to be able to pump that guy. So we don't have the pump for him yet. We need to draw that pump. Crush to the ground or whatever. Smash to the ground. Side answer.
Stop it. Get away from there. Back up, Joshua. Back up.
We'll play the Snarling Ambusher in his end step. So, not looking great for us, honestly. I think he's basically got board state now, especially if he just keeps getting spiders. Draw a card. Okay, yep. That definitely helps. Two from the spiders. Surprise him with that Snarling Ambusher, even though I can't block him. Yeah, I have to play this wild shard, unfortunately. Because I need to be able to... Let's see. If I swing... See, this guy's going to give me... 1... Is that the start of my turn? Start of my turn. So before I just... Because it's... I draw a card after that, so... I need this. I need to play this. After that, I can bluff with shards. I need that and the Ashwood Soloist in order to play whatever his name is, guy. In order to play the 10-10. Basically at a push here. I mean, I'm ahead, but like as soon as he draws another spider, he just pulls ahead. He only needs to draw one more spider, and I'm not sure how many are in my deck. It doesn't look like he can keep putting them in like every turn though. Okay, not sure why he moved that. Okay. So I haven't seen any of my removal yet, by the way. Yeah, there's those skewers. There's a Staggering Blast would have just, I would have won the game with a Staggering Blast here. If I would have drawn that. I would have just finished. Because he wouldn't be able to block with anything except for this 2/2 flyer. If I could have drawn that Staggering Blast. Rites of the Tranquil Dream could have gotten me to my guy. So yeah, basically just in top deck mode here. He might mill me out before I actually finish. Ooh, that's pretty good though. Alright, so let's go ahead and swing through, and then we'll play Heart of the Wrathwood in our second main phase. And then we got a nice nice beefy 8/8 to swing with next turn. Not sure why he didn't swing with his spiderlings last turn. That seems odd to me. Maybe because he feels like he's at kill range if I were to swing with the house. This does not have crush, but it creates seed pods if he actually kills it. Yep, still trying to mill me out here. He may actually do it. I mean, I'm at 13 cards, so if he swings with those, then he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blockers, and I can swing with the house. And I don't think it's even close to being enough. I'm not sure why he's not swinging with these spiderlings. Still haven't seen it. He still hasn't got it. He's probably actually helping me get to it more than anything else. But yeah, I get to swing with the evasive troop in this massive 8/8 now. That's pretty awesome. Let's go ahead and swing through. So I'll probably just chump block this guy with like his 2/3. I'm gonna cripple him, I guess. Okay. Still, well, I guess he can block with his psionic alkalite here. He doesn't know if I have tricks here, but I guess he's just banking on the fact that I don't. Which I don't, unfortunately. Alright, well, that's fine. So I guess next turn we'll swing with the Larch, the guy, and then both of the enchanters, and then I'll start killing things that way. Did he get it? Nope, still hasn't hit it. Still hasn't hit it. Of course, I only have 7 cards left now, so that's not the greatest. Let's get that mill strategy through. See, milling 6 every turn, so like I have to like full swing next turn. Rock cast that guy, I guess. Okay, it's one less guy to deal with. I need to top deck my whatever it's called thing.
Stop it! Who's doing that?
Oh, I think he got him. Oh, he got my smash to the ground. Oh no, it's the last card. The last card is it. Oh boy, this is gonna be a fun full swing. Oh no, I've got 4 cards. Okay. So 1 in 4 chance. Nope. Oh, that's disappointing. So I think he won. That's unfortunate. He gets to see my whole deck too. That's just unfortunate. Might as well swing with that guy and that guy. I might as well just full swing here. The state that I'm in, the board state that I'm in, says full swing. Okay. Doesn't really change much. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He has 19 damage on the crackback. But I mean, he's going to mill me out here anyways. I mean, I think if he just mills here, I think that just wins. Maybe I should have been swinging with these enchanters a little bit more, probably. Because I could have killed some things. Maybe that was the mistake here, I think. Yeah, that was probably the mistake. I should have been swinging with enchanters. Once I had 2 up and I know we can only block 1. Playing the mill deck, though, it kind of puts him behind on time on his clock. So he's behind me by about 3 minutes now, trying to make decisions. As soon as he mills me out, he will know what I have. I get 2 damage through. He can't stop. He's chumping everything else, milling the rest. getting a spider. Where's my Calamity? Calamity should have been there. I'm not seeing Calamity in the deck. Why is Calamity not in my deck? Or is it... It shows like I have one card left in the deck, but it's not showing a graphic for a card. Is that a spider? I'm not seeing Calamity. That's kind of annoying because it's in the deck. Still not seeing it. That's... I see Smash to the ground. Well, there's Calamity. I'm not sure why he should have milled me out. Well, obviously we're full swinging here. So we're at 0 cards left in the deck. I feel like there's an error in the client somewhere. He has to absorb enough of Calamity damage that he doesn't die. Plus he's taking 2, so he has to absorb at least 7 Calamity damage here. Plus he has to block a lot of other stuff, so I don't know that he can do it with what he has. It's a full swing no matter what, though. For me, I mean, that's... I still feel like he could have been swinging with those spiderlings, but... Gotta be doing the math right now, so force him into that math situation. Oh, okay. When it goes to the graveyard, it goes back in. Oh, well, that makes sense. So it was getting milled, but it... Okay, well, there we go. Thank you very much, channel. Thank you very much, Swirlix. When it dies, goes to the graveyard, goes put it back in your deck. Okay, well then he can't mill me out, then, can he? That's why I was always one card in my deck. Well, that's kind of interesting that that's the way that worked. So he's going to absorb 5 damage from Calamity here. Try to cripple it again. So he always... So he'll take 1 from Calamity. Wow, I think he got it this time. Yep. He got it. So now I can't draw a card, so I lose. He milled me out. That's a lot of cripple. I'm seeing cripple do... The cripple did some crazy work here. I mean, it basically just made my troops worthless. Yeah, so I lose. Cripple did some crazy work there. Let's see. So I definitely want another Hemp Seed Dryad, as reversion seems to be a big deal here. Artifact or constant. He didn't really have any artifacts. Oh, and then this guy with the spell shield seems like a big deal here. And that's probably it, right? That's probably it. Just those cards. So 42. I need... Smash to the ground could have been helpful. Centaur Healer is probably not that useful here, because he's just trying to mill me out. Staggering Blast would have been crazy if I could have top decked that at the right moment. Fiery Indignation may have been useful, but probably... I don't know. I guess I can get rid of 1 Skewer. He does have a lot of things with a lot of toughness, and so like Fiery Indignation is a little bit better. I feel like having more bodies for more aggression is better here. I mean, I guess I could play the extra card, the extra cards, because I know that he's trying to mill me. Could just go and just be less consistent and just add like an extra resource. And Vine Lash, he did have flyers. Yeah, maybe just do that. Sure, we'll do that. Sure. So I went up. I probably made my deck way less consistent here to try to do this, but I'm kind of late game, and so is he, so I have to win this one. Obviously going first. Play first. Yeah, he asked me if I was supposed to have been milled out, and I was like, yeah, I thought so too. This seems great for me. So we'll do that, and we'll do this for double wild. I need double wild here. Yeah, we need double wild. Or actually, no, we go ruby because I have the card to get me wild, so... Yeah, because if I have to, I can play the larch and get the wild that I need. Yeah, to get to Sky Dancer. It's a lot easier to get to wild in this deck than it is ruby. Yep, and I draw the wild anyways, so... I guess I'll just go wild here. And... I don't know, I feel like I can get to the Wrathwood Larch. I don't need to sack it just yet, because this is going to give me... I get an extra resource for that. So that seems pretty good. Snarl Brute may be like enough to defeat him all by himself just because of the spell shield. If I can play the Snarl Brute. I don't think he's got counters in the deck. Frigid Buffalo. Frigid Buffalo's a great blocker. Smash to the ground. Would have been a nice thing to have last time. I guess I go rights here. Put Heart of the Wrathwood in hand? Sure. And 4, 5, 6 next turn I can play Heart of the Wrathwood, so sure, let's do that. No real reason to attack. So we'll use our ability, we'll play Heart of the Wrathwood, see if he's got the answer for it. Or maybe I should wait. Maybe I should play the Wrathwood Larch instead first. I'll take 2. Well, I've got Smash to the Ground, which can be 2, so I can kill it if I need to, if he does something crazy. Fine, I'll block. Sure. Chances are pretty good he doesn't have things for that. This attacks exhaust up to 5 target troops. Wow. I think I want to play the Larch. Yeah, I don't want to play Heart of the Wrathwood just yet. Because I want him to like deal with this first, because especially I think the difference is also with Larch. Oh, Lightning Brave in my end step, okay. So in my end step he gets to exhaust my stuff because of a card that just sits in his hand. Take 3. This guy just stays exhausted forever? That's annoying if that's how that is. Yeah, see, when this attacks, exhaust up to 5 target troops. It's not attacking. 20% chance at the start of each opposing champion's turn. If this is top 5 cards of your deck, I guess would reveal it, and then exhaust random opposing troop. Okay, so that's what it's at. I guess I'm going to get that extra resource here. Swing in. Blocks at this guy, I'm going to smash to the ground. He has 0 resources, he has no response here. Yeah, no mills for you this time. No milling for you. And I still get 2 damage. And next turn I've got Snarl Brute. Yeah, Snarl Brute next turn. Take 5 here though. That seems suboptimal. Doesn't that give it crush? Oh, it doesn't. It just gives it +X/+X. Take 5. Reveals this guy again. Exhausts my Sky Dancer or Larch or whatever. Draws him a card. So just swing with Larch here. And then second main phase we'll play Snarl Brute. Sky Dancer can block his flyer. So we've tied up the board state, and you can't deal with Snarl Brute unless he gang blocks him. Interesting choice there. Play the Snarl Brute, spell shield. This guy is fatty. I'm trying to remember how much he cost. He's got his bomb card. Is he going to be able to play it? I forgot how much. I should have looked at how much it costs. I feel like he can play it. So I'm probably losing this game. Next turn we can play Heart of the Wrathwood. It's a nice 7/7 for us. Yeah, that's annoying. At least he can't do that to this guy. I'm surprised he didn't go for my Sky Dancer, because then he can just keep swinging for the sky damage. I mean, 4 damage on the ground is good, but he's so far ahead here. I mean, he's got me on 4 turns in the sky. I think he would have rather just done that. See if he's got tricks. No. I didn't think so. Swing 6. Guess he can't play his big guy after all. We're actually in range of playing our Calamity again. So we've got, that's 8. Let me swing with this guy, that's 9. And then Calamity, plus the Sky Dancer will give us 10. He has to deal with this Heart of Wrathwood. big guys, see what the answers are. I don't think he's got a lot of answers this time. This guy basically says no to his flyer now. Our enchanter. Now he can kill this guy, but I'm gonna kill all of his guys if he does that. Alright, he decides to chump block and just try to hold on to board state. I'm not gonna use the extra resource so that I have this guy open. I don't feel like I need it here, and he would have no one to surprise block anyways. He could get some spiders to help him chump block for a little while. Okay, we're gonna make game 3. So we'll go ahead and do that again. I think I'm just gonna save the deck and progress. We'll just keep going with this. That seems fine. Our consistency should be down again a little bit, just because we have more cards. We added 5 cards to the deck, 2 resources and 3 spells, but it seems to be working for us. So we'll stick with it. Another one I could do, I guess I could play this guy, but I feel like he's really bad against his deck because most of his stuff has like a 3 back end, and even on the attack, the Swift Strike from that guy is not relevant enough. And this is great for us. Turn 1 Soloist. We could have a really quick Sandstone Rumbler. And we know that his deck can't deal with Sandstone Rumbler unless he gets his -4 front end. Okay, mulling to 6 is of course good for us. We're going to keep our hand. In fact, I think... No, we won't be able to play... We need 4 resources to play this and use it in the same turn, but... so that's not going to happen for us. But we will have a really fast Sandstone Rumbler, I think, here. The nice thing about this card is it ramps for every deck you throw it in. It's just a little bit slow. But it works, you know. You can't argue with its fact that it works. So we'll go and swing through, and then we'll... Get our early damage in. Doesn't really matter what I pick here, so I could go Ruby, I guess. Because I've got the 2 wild in hand. Next turn we get to play Sandstone Rumbler, which is kind of exciting. I think, because I swing for 1. We get 1 resource off the swing, I play 1 resource, it gives me 3. Plus champion power, so yeah, I get to play Sandstone Rumbler next turn. There's that skewer we were looking for in the first game. So yes, second main phase we'll play our Sandstone Rumbler after we use our champion ability. This is kind of a must deal with card. So if he has his card that exhausts our guy and throws spiders into our deck, like this is a prime target for it. If we have to, we can skewer it. We can skewer our own guy to stop him from throwing spiders into our deck, which is going to feel really bad, but maybe necessary. Although I do have 2 of the guys that revert my stuff. He's going to cripple my guy right off the bat. Could have waited till my attack phase, but I guess in case I had, I don't know, something that made it so I could do something else, like that would be, that's the play there. If I had something that gave it like Spell Shield. So we can do both of these in our end step, so we're going to wait for our end step to play either Ambusher or gain a resource here. We really don't need the resource just yet, so we'll probably play Ambusher in his end step. Plus we still have Skewer open this way. If you play something we don't like, that we can skewer. So far we haven't even seen him use his champion ability. Give something to play. Okay, he's gonna play that guy. Sure. That's fine. Life drain, I don't know. I'm not too worried about that guy in particular. I think I'll just play an ambusher in his end step here. It costs 3, yeah, so I can't do that one. I don't even really feel like skewering that guy. Oh look, MC Dryad, that works. So we'll go ahead and play the Dryad before combat. Revert our guy. Swing for 6. Yeah, I'll force the trade. I'll force this trade. So otherwise, that's a lot of damage. Yeah, that's fine. Saves me the trouble later. We don't have Skewer open on his turn, but I think we'll be fine. MC Dryad is definitely like a great pickup, I think, in draft. Like for Wild, if you're in Wild, like it's probably a turn 4 or 5 pickup, you know. Yeah, we'll just Skewer that guy. And then push 6, 7, 8, and 9. Yeah, we're just gonna Skewer this guy right now. And we'll use our... We'll hold on to these... Actually, we'll hold on to one of these. We'll play that, and then we'll use this in our end step, in his end step. Makes it look like I have something I can do. I'm bluffing with a Shard here. But I don't think he's going to be able to... He needs to stop the Rumbler and play a blocker here, and I don't think he can do it. Oh, it's GIF. So he can make zombies for the blocks, but they still can't stop the Rumbler, so it's not going to be good enough. And the zombies get... okay, basically the mill. They're mill zombies. Rotcasts are Ashwood Soloists. Rotcast is... Yeah, it just destroys them. Yeah, that's just not going to be good enough. He's got 1 resource left. He can't even do this ability. And is it basic action speed? No, he can do it at any time, but still can't do the ability, so it looks like good games. So we'll go ahead and swing in. We won't prolong it. No reason to play the large there before combat, unless he has... I mean, he has no cards in hand, so there's really no tricks to see here. So that's good games.